Good morning, it is April 5th, 2011. Leslie and I are going camping today, so it's a great day. It's about 9 o'clock. The sun's been up for a while. Rained like crazy last night, but it's supposed to be nice the next few days, so I took 3 days off and Leslie is on spring break, so we are going to North Georgia to Helen camping. We got our truck all packed up, chopped some wood, cooler full of food. We got all our tents and sleeping bags and camping gear. So in about 3 hours and 7 minutes according to Google Maps, we should be in Helen, where we're going to go to the Unicoi Park Outfitters, where we're going to just check things out, and because we're going fly fishing with them, like a fly fishing lessons and their tutorial. I guess they're going to show us how to fly fish for a few hours tomorrow morning and provide us with all the gear. So we're going to go check that place out and hopefully find a campsite, and unless we were attacked by bears sometime.
He has to drive his big truck through the water every time we leave and come back into the campground, so he's really excited about this. So let's watch him as he fords the river. That's pretty awesome.
So 6 hours later, we arrived in Helen and we have our campsite pretty much set up. We're camping just a few miles above Helen at the Chattahoochee Wildlife Management Area, which is about 3 or 4 miles unpaved road off the main road in Helen. And it turns out it's very nice. Just like vehicle camping sites, which I'll show you in a minute. But it's right next to the river. That I don't know if this is the same branch that we'll be fly fishing on tomorrow, but it might be. But we're much further upriver from that area, and we're about the only ones here. I mean, it's a Tuesday, and it's now about 3 o'clock, and there's a few other campsites that are filled down the road, but we're the only ones up in this area. So I think it's going to be pretty good. It's supposed to get down to 30 degrees tonight, so we'll see how that goes. But I'll show you our campsite. Here it is. Tent set up on the left, and we're parked right next to it. Leslie's starting to pull out some food, and we started the fire already. Might run out of batteries. But this is our tent. It took us about half an hour to set up, but it looks pretty slick. I'll show you what it looks like inside. 2 sleeping bags, just enough for 2 people. It's mostly mesh. It's supposed to get pretty windy tonight, so we'll see how it holds up, but it was pretty easy to set up. Got my truck filled with everything that we need. This campsite's nice. It has already had a big stack of wood, and it has the standard grill and nice fireplace. There's Leslie. She's already cooking. Yeah, and it has these bear-proof containers to put all your things in, and a pretty simple bath. No shower, so I'm not sure how that's gonna go. But it's still pretty cold out, so I don't think we're gonna get real nasty in 2 or 3 nights. So yeah, we're camping just like in prehistoric times, with the tent with aluminum poles and titanium cookware, just how they used to do it. So tomorrow when we check in, we'll be fly fishing, hopefully. Okay, Wednesday, April 6th, Helen, Georgia. We took a fly fishing course for about an hour in the morning. Now we're on the stream. Leslie took a spill getting across the river, almost went under. She made it. So our guide Alex, he's pretty good. Taught us a lot. It'd be awesome if you caught something while I was But it's a nice day. We've been out here about an hour and a half and haven't caught one yet, but we're still hopeful. So, yep, that's it. Next time we check in, maybe we'll have a fish. 7 o'clock, back at the campsite, cooking beans. We have a nice fire. We're having beans and sausage and vegetables and butter. What's it called?
Campfire surprise.
Tent surprise? Wow. Well, we had a nice day fishing, and it's a much nicer day overall in the campsite. Not windy. It's probably 60 degrees. So yeah, tomorrow we're planning on backpacking or just hiking down into Helen, which is about 6 miles. And having some lunch and spending the day there. Then we go to the Tarantula Museum. Do you have anything to add to this video? Say something. Oh, it's embarrassing. Leslie washed her face in the river. That was nice. We're also going to make there's some giant marshmallows. Oh yeah, these are the giant marshmallows. 4 times the size of regular marshmallows. They're pretty delicious. So we're going to roast some of those tonight. And I might show you later how to make a hot dog. And I think we're going to have some hot chocolate. So yeah, it's a pretty nice night. So the next segment should be us hiking down into Helen, hopefully early in the morning around 8 o'clock. It's 8 a.m. approximately, and we're headed out from the campsite to hike about 6 or almost 6 miles into Helen and just spend a few hours there, maybe get some breakfast. Leslie's here walking. It was a much nicer night, a little warmer, and the wind has died down. But it's still a little cold in the morning. You can still see your breath. We've got some more campers next to us now, since it's getting closer to the weekend. This is a nice spot where there's like 2 streams coming down out of the mountains. That's nice. We gotta get into you. That's a nice scene. Can you tell us what you're planning on doing today?
Breakfast.
Waffles?
Waffles. Coffee. And then maybe a wine tasting later.
Oh yeah, wine tasting. Yeah, so maybe 2 hours from now, when we get done with this hike, we'll be eating some waffles, have some coffee, and maybe in the next video we'll show some sights in Helen. It's 1 o'clock Thursday. It took us about 2.5 hours to hike down to Helen from our campsite. We had a good breakfast at a diner. It was the hiker's breakfast: eggs, bacon, sausage. What else did it have?
Pancake.
A giant pancake. It was pretty good, but then we walked by another place that would have been a lot better because it was like a bakery and German breakfast. But now we are at this, we hiked another probably 2 miles out of Helen, the opposite direction to this winery, and just did a short wine tasting. And then we got a glass of our favorites. This is a white Riesling, and this is a, what?
Flushing Bill. Muscadine.
Muscadine wine, and we got some cheese, and they have a little gazebo. So we're gonna rest our feet for a little while and then head back up to the campsite at some point today and probably just relax. Is that a good plan? Okay. Okay, it's 6 o'clock. We finally made it back from Helen to our campsite maybe an hour ago, and already got a fire started. This is our last night, so we're gonna go big and go home. We're gonna burn all the wood and use up all the food that we brought up and make a feast. And tomorrow morning we'll probably just have some fruit for breakfast and have a German lunch at one of the German restaurants in downtown Helen. But yeah, the hike that we did today was quite more than I think we thought it was going to be. It was probably close to 15 miles. We ended up hiking further, even past Helen, to a winery and doing a wine tasting. Well, you saw that in the last video, and so altogether I'd say, yeah, about 15 miles. And the last few miles up to this campsite were pretty tough, I have to admit. But yeah, I used these Merrells today, and I think I only got 1 blister, so they were pretty comfortable. And I think the furthest I've ever hiked in them before was maybe 2 miles at the most. But yeah, you can see I got a bit of a blister right there. But if that's the only one, it's not too bad. I soaked them in the river for a little bit. Alright, we're going to try to find a wolf spider by looking for their eyes. So we'll see if this shows up on camera. There's Leslie. So their eyes shine green, just like I don't know, other animals shine green. So I'm not sure it's gonna pick it up on camera. Oh, I think I see one there. Is that showing up? Yeah, it's showing up. That green sparkle right there. Well, as we get up closer, we'll see if it becomes a spider. Yeah, it leaves it. Right there it is. Yep. Can you see that?
Oh yeah. There. It's a good one.
There it is. In the middle of the camera, if you can see it. This camera doesn't focus very well, but
Jesse just took some tussin.
that's your wolf spider. Can you make it move so we can see it?
Yeah.
Stick your finger right on top of its head. There it is. There it goes. So that's pretty cool. Let's see if we can find another one. Let's turn around. This is kind of like Blair Witch. This is a upper branch of the Chattahoochee, about 2 miles down from where we camped. Early morning on the way back from our campsite. The water's really clear. Same river that I caught a rainbow trout on a couple of days ago and that we were fly fishing on. So we made it after an arduous hike. Now it's time to go into Helen and get some lunch.
Schnitzel.
Maybe a schnitzel, something delicious. And that's the camping trip. Ah, that's cool. We'll get a close-up of this family up here. And in 5 minutes from now, Leslie will be getting into a wooden barrel, and she will be plummeting from the top. I'm just joking.